So can you tell us a little bit about your writing process for the EP?
Yeah. So a lot of fans get the track and then they write all their lyrics. I'm kind of the complete opposite. Most of all of our songs pretty much are written lyrically before I get the track because I want to work with our producer to dial the sound in the way I want it. So like for example, SOS, the intro, Suffocating on Sorrow, was the last song that we made for the EP. And I knew what vibe I wanted. I wanted the eerie, like heavy, but also melodic piece to kind of give an immersive experience for the listener that's going to listen, hopefully, through the whole thing to like, this is me at rock bottom. This is how I felt. It was very eerie, uncomfortable, and brutal of a time for me.
Mm.
And like the thunder into the pianos and then into like hurt and then was all very intentional to like, I want you to feel like you were in that hell with me.
Mhm.
It was not a good time. And the song is my favorite on the whole project, and that was literally the last thing. I was like, what if I like how Amity Affliction can write lyrics like you can drag the lake, but you won't find me here. And it's like,
Mm.
you do realize like dragging the lake is what they refer to when they're looking for dead bodies at the bottom of a body of water. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, all of our songs aren't going to be the happiest stuff in the world, but I'm not trying to make music for that. There's this the scripture that says joyful noise to the brokenhearted is like pouring salt into a wound. And I'm like, I'm not sitting here trying to pour salt in people's wounds. Like
Mm.
when I'm struggling with depression or panic attacks, I don't want to hear a happy song.
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
I want to hear the opposite. I want to hear something that's going to take my mind off of it and help me heal because
Mhm.
heavy music is a very healing thing for me personally.
Mhm.
So, um, in the writing process, I like to collaborate a lot. So pretty much this whole EP I co-wrote with Mike Felker of the band Convictions.
Gotcha. We just
And
chatted with him.
Literally,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So like he he was the second person I called when I wanted to start this because I had him on my podcast and we didn't know each other than that. But I was like, this dude's really good at what he does, and I'm very new to it. So he's kind of like I would consider him like our executive producer because not only did he help write everything, but he helped me like dial in. Like I knew how to scream and stuff, but I couldn't properly do gutturals. And when it comes to live performing, it's
Mhm.
totally different than just being in your car or being in the studio.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
he helped me dial that in. And so collaborating with him mostly lyrically and then like learning cadences and stuff, he's taught me so much. Like
Mhm.
he is in Heal the Hurt with me. He's like our unofficial bandmate. And
Wow.
then Josh Sturm, who is the Flyleaf vocalist's husband,
Mhm.
he was the first call I made because I was like, I want to start a band and I need somebody to be in it with me that actually gets it. And he's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll do it. But Flyleaf reunion, new Lacey record, 3 kids, bunch of stuff. I think I just needed his cosign to like, oh yeah, you can do that. Like you're really good
Mhm.
at it. Do that. So from there, I started working with Mike, worked with Nick Gregory of a band called his Firefalls on the first few tracks, and then started working with Patrick Shakut, who is the guitar player for Convictions. So like I like to collaborate with people
Mhm.
and see what we can dial in. Like our song Withering only has me singing in it because I was recording it at Lacey and Josh's house, and she heard me recording a demo to send to Alec, our clean vocalist bass player. And she's like, no, you can do it, but you're trying to sing up here. You need to sing down here. I'm like,
Mhm.
I'm not a singer. She's like, shut up and do it. And I'm looking around and it's like Flyleaf 500,000 like whatever
You're
sold.
like,
And I'm like, all
maybe
right,
I should listen.
maybe I should listen to her.
Maybe.
Like,
Yeah, maybe.
and there's video of it, and I, that's kind of a sacred thing. So like, I haven't like posted it or anything. And it's so funny because she's like, I do this, Ben Burnley does this, the singer for Seether. Like, you're trying to sing up here. Everybody does. It's your adrenaline and you're nervous. You need to sing down here. So like, the only reason you have me singing cleans at all is because of her. Like, literally coming and striking the mom chord down, like you're gonna listen to me or you're not gonna get dinner tonight or something. Like
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
struck the fear of God in me. And of course, growing up as a Flyleaf fan, I'm like, oh yeah, maybe I should listen to her. Like
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
makes sense. Like you know a lot more than I do. So like not even to name drop, but literally like them being so confident and being like, oh yeah, you can do that was something I needed because going from a podcast host to a metal vocalist is quite the jump. And it's like,
Yeah.
thank you for tuning in to Trevor Talks. Still like, and I'm like, I like this a lot more. This makes a lot more sense for me.
Mhm.
And yeah, like all these songs are from the not only the dark places in my mind, but I feel like if you put things out into the light, like you kind of get better,
Mhm.
right? Like
Yeah.
you have accountability. So
Mhm.
I want to take the dark pieces, and I mentioned withering a lot because it's literally like, oh, you're really good at acting. It's like I wasn't acting. I didn't have Klonopin that day, and I was having panic attacks all day. So the emotion you see was very real. I ended up going to an urgent care after we recorded that because I
Oh.
was like, I'm screwed up. So like this hasn't been the easiest transition for me. And I don't say that for all like, no, like I'm a human being. I'm just like y'all. Like one thing that I really like about your show is you actually enjoy what you're doing.
Mhm.
And I actually enjoy making music.
Yeah.
It wasn't the easiest thing in the world, but it's starting to get better. And I'm like, okay, yeah, we can play some shows and stuff. Like
Mhm.
this will be fun, You just kind of have to figure it out. So there have been those resources like heart support that were there for me when I needed it. And now it's like, okay, how can I use this as a tool to do hopefully the same thing for other people? So it's
Yeah.
literally a big therapy session for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, like maybe too vulnerable, maybe not. I really don't care. I'm like I said, the whole writing process and recording has been so healing for me that whether people like it or not, you're gonna get more. So
Hell yeah.
Damn right.
Love it.
Yeah, as it should be.